Okay guys, I'm about to start the boy gray hairstyle that I was talking about in my previous video, and I'm just going to show you guys exactly what you're going to need in order to get this hairstyle. Okay, so stay tuned. Okay, so the first thing that I'm going to do, of course, is mold my hair, okay, into a ponytail, preferably off to the right. Well, this is my right, my left. Oh, the left. Sorry, guys, but I'm going to move my ponytail off to the left side of my head because, of course, all of the curly hair is going to be on this one side, and on this side is going to be short, kind of what you see here. Okay, so if you watched the previous video, I showed the hair that I was going to be using. I'm going to be using the Milky Way 27 piece, the short bundle, and then I'm going to be using the model Jerry Curl Peruvian hair. Okay, so if you guys didn't see that video, please take a moment just to look at that video so that you guys have a heads up on the types of hair that I'm using. Okay, so to mold my hair, I use the Ampro styling gel. Okay, if you do quick weaves, then you already know about this product. It's awesome. It molds your hair into place in a stiff manner so that you're able to quick weave over top of it. Okay, of course, I'm going to be using some Pump It Up spritz. All right, I'm going to be using, out of this pack, this is the vinyl cap and the stocking cap that came in the Milky Way's 27 piece pack that I bought. Okay, and I've explained all of that in the previous video as well, so if you haven't seen that, take a moment to view that first. Okay, this is the short bundle that I'm actually going to be using for the short side of my hair. My husband's going to taper that once the hairstyle is completed, so it's going to be cut with some clippers on this side so that it lays flat, kind of like this hairstyle here. Okay, so I used a short bundle of the 27 piece with that. But in terms of this vinyl cap and stocking cap, I'm only going to use the stocking cap out of it because what I'm actually going to do is when my mold is wet, I'm going to put the protective shield, the Diamond Bond, okay, to protect my hair from the hair glue. And then I'm going to put the stocking cap over top of it and mold it to my actual hair mold so that I can glue on top of the stocking cap itself. Okay, so I'm going to be using this Robert's Diamond Bond protective shield. Okay, I bought this from my local beauty supply store. It was $8.99. I prefer Morning Glory, you guys. If you can afford Morning Glory, a bottle this size would run you about 30 bucks. But the product is awesome. It will protect your hair from anything, and it actually promotes hair growth. So if you do a lot of quick weaving, different things of that nature, you want to go for not this particularly, but you want to go for Morning Glory. That is the best product to use on your hair under a quick weave. Okay, but for now, we're being budget friendly and cost effective, so I'm just going to go ahead and use this. Okay, now this is the texture of the curly hair. Okay, this is the Pose by Model. Yeah, Model. It's a Peruvian curl, so it's kind of like a Jerry curl. I like the wet and wavy look. I think that complements me. It gives me kind of a Spanish Dago look. So I do typically like that curl pattern. So I went ahead and got this. All right, and here is the pack of hair. Just in case you guys did not see that, it's the Jerry Curl 7 pieces, Peruvian Jerry Curl by Model. So it is a master mix, so it's not human hair. It is like a synthetic and human hair master mix blend. Okay, all right. So I'm going to be using this. All right. Now, the first thing I'm going to do is go ahead and mold my hair. I'm not going to do that with you guys on camera, but just so that you know exactly what I'm going to be doing, whenever I come back, my hair will be molded. I will mold it with the Ampro gel, some Pump It Up spritz, and the Diamond Bond. Okay, you guys, I'm molded pretty much up underneath here with the gel and the spritz. I did not put the diamond bond on yet. I'm going to put it over top of the stocking cap and then go ahead and dry it that way. Okay, guys, I have completed the mold, okay, completely. Halfway through the drying process, I went ahead and took some Pump It Up spritz and sprayed it. It helps with the drying process. It makes it dry a little bit quicker for you, and it helps make it hard to keep it in place. Okay, so now that I'm done with that, the next step in the boy-girl hairstyle is to outline exactly where I'm going to put the short 27 piece. Okay, if I find that I have any imperfections, once I start gluing it down, what I mean by imperfections is I want the 27 piece to go further up here or something of that sort for the curly hair to, fall further up this way. Then I'll go ahead and make the adjustments afterwards. But for now, this is my outline of where the short is going to go. Okay, and the rest of it is going to be long and curly. So, just to see how this is going to look, it's going to look something like this. And everything on this side is going to be short. So my closure is going to go somewhere around here. Okay. All right. So it will be all curly. So here I'm going to close it. All right. And then, of course, it goes something like this on the back side. Okay. So you guys get the gist of exactly what I'm trying to do. All right. So we're going to go ahead and get started. First things first. This is the shortest length of the Milky Way's 27 piece. This is the one I'm actually going to use. The rest of the bundle or the pack, I'm going to save for a short hairstyle. Okay, but what I'm going to do first off is, you see how the beginning of the strand is the weft is kind of beat up. These strands may not be perfect, you guys. So what you'll just need to do is go ahead and, if you can't work with that, just go ahead and cut it off. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do. Just toss it over to the side. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is start from the bottom and come around to where the white line is on this side. So I'm just going to go ahead and start here and go to the white line. Okay, so you can see, I'm just going to go ahead and glue my first piece. And I'm going to time lapse this video just so you can see what I'm doing a little bit quicker. Okay. I'm going a little bit past the stocking cap, okay, onto, I put a little bit of Diamond Blonde, as you can see, kind of the shininess over top of my baby hairs. I put a little bit of the Diamond Blonde over top of that because I knew I was going to extend the track past the stocking cap itself. Okay, this just helps with longevity of your hairstyle. Okay, so it holds the stocking cap. Like after a while, the stocking cap will start to loosen up underneath, and you'll find that you get this kind of shifty, wiggy type of shift to your quick weave. Okay, but if you extend it past the stocking cap onto your hair a little bit, as long as you have protective shield there, it's not going to hurt anything, you guys. Okay, but it helps with the longevity of your hairstyle, and it keeps it from looking wiggy. Okay, so make sure that you do leave a little bit of space where you can take the strap, take the track, and extend it past your stocking cap. Okay, guys. Alright, so I have went all the way up to the white line that I put there. With the tracks towards the front, I kind of extended it over the white line that was there. Okay, and the reason for that is in the front, I want it to look like a seamless hairline. So I kind of arched tracks. When I got about here, I started putting the shot, like scooping them this way and then putting them back. Scooping it this way and putting it back, and scooping it like this and putting it back. And then that last one, I started about here from the scooping, and the front was already over the line, so I just picked it up and extended it on back. Okay, so the boy portion of the boy girl hairstyle is finished. This is the outcome. Okay, see how it goes just behind my ear. Now the curly hair is going to extend from there all the way around to the front, and it's going to kind of stay this way. So far it does not look like I'm going to need to take clippers to this, but who actually knows, once everything is finished, I may actually need my husband to still take the clippers to it. Okay, so far, this is where we are in the broad girl hairstyle. Now we're going to go ahead and move on to the curly hair. Okay guys, here is the finished product. I don't know if you guys can actually see it because the lighting behind me in my office is really terrible. So until I get a better camera, I'm just going to have to work with what I got. But this is the way it turned out. The hair, I really like it. It does shed a bit in terms of cutting the tracks and gluing it in. But once you kind of pull out the strays that are going to come out, everything is pretty much cool after that. The body is good. I used almost the whole pack. What I have left over. Okay, I'm going to try to block that light, you guys, so you can see me without a glare. This is all I have left over from the whole pack, and it was a total of 7 pieces. There was 2 14s, 2 13s, and 2 12s. I used pretty much all of it, but everything else is in my head. One thing that you will have to watch with this hair is whenever you're cutting and separating them. Let's see, I still have some strays coming out from cutting the tracks or cutting the webs too. Yeah, this is what kind of comes out of it. But anyhow, you have to be careful because this particular hair, this jerry curl hair, it frizzes whenever you're separating it from the other hair. Oh, I'm still showing. I don't know if you guys can actually see that. Yes, you guys, I am a smoker. Okay. But other than that, it looks really nice. Now what I did is I put the 14 in at the bottom because it was the longest length in the package. The 13th is somewhere down here as well. Okay, and then the number 2, I put it all on the top. Okay, the closure piece I actually did use. It is over here. And of course, you guys already know that this is the 27 piece that I put in here. I ended up not having my husband taper it. It pretty much laid as flat as it could possibly lay without him having to do that. And what I used to basically lay it down was the Motion's foaming wrap lotion. Okay, if you guys have ever used this before, it's a pretty cool product. It's a pretty good product, in my opinion. It does work in terms of holding hair in its place without having to use spritz. Now, if you use spritz is going to turn it white. It's going to flake. I don't typically like that. of course, it looks nasty, it looks grungy. And the only way you can get that to go away is to re-wet it and use oil sheen. So, of course, I don't want to do that because I don't want to weigh the hair down. But in any event, I did use that Motions foam lotion, foaming wrap lotion to hold down the sides over here and pretty much tame it. So once I did that and just trimmed it up a little bit so that I could get a good solid point here, just to make it look neater, it was pretty much good. So I didn't need to do anything else to that. But in terms of the hair, like I said, it does frizz whenever you're separating the hair from the weft. The curls are so tightly together, so whenever you're separating it, it kind of does something like this, and it frizzes, okay? But what you'll need to do with that is just take your finger and just twirl it around it before you put the glue on the track, and it kind of bounces back. That's one thing I do like about synthetic hair, is that it's what they call a memory curl, which means it pretty much keeps its curl, and you can manipulate it to get it to take its form back. So that's another thing that I do like about this. But the hair itself, the model Jerry curl hair, it's good. It's thick. The texture of it is a little bit hard, but you know, it does soften after touching it a little bit. Try not to run your fingers through it because it will cause it to frizz. I don't know what products I'm going to end up using on this hair, but I will come back with a review on how it holds up. But yeah, this is the finished product of the boy-girl hairstyle that I was telling you guys about. I'm going to go ahead and turn around. Hopefully you can get a good view of what it looks like. The hair does have a lot of body. Part of that is because of the layers that are actually in it. Okay, but here's the hairstyle in the back. I don't know what the back looks like, guys, because I didn't look at it. But it's very flowy. Bouncy. Okay, here's the side, the two center piece. Here's the front. And here's the opposite side. Let me try to block out the light, you guys. Okay, so this is it. I have no makeup on today, so this was just going to be about the hair. It took me several hours to actually complete it, but this is it. So let me know what you guys think. And hey guys, thanks for watching.